Healthcare providers need malpractice insurance to protect them in the event of medical negligence. But this insurance policy is more robust than most doctors realize. Beyond simply paying for claims and compensating injured patients, your medical malpractice insurance policy actually provides defense and reimbursement for a number of other things. In today's episode, we're going to talk about what your malpractice insurance policy pays for so that you can make sure you're taking advantage of every single benefit. Stay tuned. Welcome to Malpractice Insights, the show dedicated to helping healthcare professionals understand medical malpractice insurance and providing you with the solutions you need so that you can get back to the work of practicing good medicine. My name is Jennifer Wiggins, CEO of Aegis Malpractice Solutions, and I'm so glad you joined us today. Okay, let's jump in. The fundamental purpose of malpractice insurance is to help healthcare providers pay for attorney fees, expert witness costs, legal fees, settlements, and indemnity payments related to medical negligence. There are two types of damages that a patient may seek to recover from you in a medical malpractice lawsuit: compensatory and punitive damages. Let's look at compensatory damages first. Compensatory damages can be either economic or non-economic. Economic damages are awarded as compensation for monetary losses and expenses, which the patient has incurred or is reasonably likely to incur in the future because of the healthcare provider's negligence. These include loss of income, medical expenses, and the cost of future medical care. These are the most common types of damages that patients look to recover in a malpractice claim. Non-economic damages include pain and suffering, scarring, humiliation, permanent loss of an organ or limb, reduced enjoyment of life, etc. Both of these categories of compensatory damages are covered by your malpractice insurance policy. Now, let's look at the other type of damages. These ones are called punitive. Punitive damages are only awarded if the conduct of the healthcare provider is found to be willful and reckless, meaning that you intended to cause harm to the patient. Punitive damages are in excess of those required to compensate the plaintiff for the wrongdoing, and they are imposed in order to punish the defendant. For this reason, punitive damages are not covered by your malpractice policy. But beyond the actual cost of losses against you, malpractice cases will incur additional expenses, those required to handle the case. The average malpractice lawsuit will incur $25,000 to $50,000 in defense costs. Sometimes that number will be even higher, especially for cases that are very complex or may take many years to resolve. It's not uncommon to see defense costs of $100,000 or more. It's the insurance company's responsibility to pay for your legal fees within the policy limits and the parameters that they have provided. But let's take a step beyond the issue of an actual malpractice action against a provider and look to see what else your insurance policy pays for. Here are 4 additional things that your malpractice insurance policy likely covers, and one thing that it doesn't. The first thing that your malpractice insurance policy also covers is compensation to you for your time out of office. For a doctor, time is money, and if you have to be away from work to give a deposition or sit in court, your malpractice insurance policy likely offers compensation to pay you for the time you've missed. Be sure to talk to your claim manager if you're involved in a case to see if you can be reimbursed for the time that you're required to be away. The second thing that your malpractice insurance policy likely covers is defense of your medical license. If there is board action against you or your medical license is being challenged, your malpractice insurance carrier should provide you with an attorney and pay for the defense of your license up to a certain amount. This coverage is generally not unlimited, but you likely do have a sublimit of around $25,000 to cover the legal fees related to defending your license. If you're involved in board action or sanctions, be sure to engage with your carrier to take advantage of any services that they can offer you. The third thing that your malpractice insurance policy likely covers is cyber liability claims. Healthcare is one of the biggest targets for cybercrimes, and we've all heard the horror stories of hospital servers being hacked, data leaks, and patients' private medical information being held for ransom. If a practice experiences a security breach, cyber liability coverage can help to remedy the situation. Many malpractice insurance policies now include a small amount of cyber coverage, usually around $50,000, with the option to buy higher limits if needed. The fourth thing that your malpractice insurance policy likely provides is defense for claims brought by a government entity or a commercial payer alleging billing errors. Many malpractice insurance carriers now provide a limited number of coverage to pay for regulatory fines and penalties in the event that your practice makes a coding mistake or a billing error. They may also provide coverage for violations of the EMTALA, HIPAA, and Stark Acts, so be sure to ask your carrier if any of these items are included in your policy today. All right, so we've talked about the big ticket items that are included in your malpractice insurance coverage and a few of the lesser known things that may also be a part of your policy. But before we wrap up today, I want to mention one last thing that is generally not covered. There is typically no coverage for sexual misconduct issues. Although you may get a limited defense, your malpractice insurance policy will not pay for claims in this category. This has been upheld time and again in the courts. Bottom line, malpractice insurance does not pay for sexual abuse by a healthcare provider. I hope that information was helpful for you today. If you have any questions on this topic or you want to make sure that you're covered appropriately, click the link in the description box below where you can connect with us via phone, email, or chat today. And if you're listening, please visit us online at aegismalpractice.com. That's AEGIS malpractice.com. And don't forget to give us a like and leave a review. Your feedback and support really does help us to reach more people, and we're grateful for your clicks and your kind words. This is Jennifer Wiggins. Thanks for joining us.